All right, good afternoon, gentlemen and men of honor. Welcome to the first edition of the Prosperous podcast. All right, today we're going to be talking about, my boy Prospero, a little bit about him, what's been going on in the race. But before I start, let me do my ad read, just cut to the chase. Today's podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile RPGs of 2019, and it's totally free. See, currently 10 million users have joined Raid over the last 6 months, and it's one of the most impressive games in its class with detailed models, environments, and smooth 60 frames per second animations. So, before you finish this podcast, just go onto the App Store and search up Raid Shadow Legends and get to playing. Heck, you might see me out there destroying you. But let's get right into it. So, I'm gonna start off with the first question. Currently, Team Victor has said that Prospero is misogynistic for calling his daughter, quote unquote, a foolish wrench. Now, I just want to get your thoughts on that, guys. Go ahead.
Well, I honestly think it's blasphemous to say that. A foolish wench. They're taking the word and they're trying to use sexism to the fullest extent and trying to say that he's misogynistic just because he called his daughter the slightest term. A foolish wench. Wench means a young woman, I believe, a woman of young age. Nothing serious about the word wench. Foolish simply means lack of judgment. If you were to call someone a young woman who lacks judgment and you're called misogynistic, I don't know what kind of a world we live in. I'm being completely honest. If you were to call that sexism, misogynistic, etc., this is I must be living in an alternate reality because that should not exist. I'm being completely honest. Let me give you some context as well for why he called her a foolish wench. A deformed monster by the name of Caliban, all right? Caliban attempted to rape her. Obviously, a horrible deed. Attempted rape. That would put you in jail for years upon years. And, all right, ready? Her father wanted to punish him, which is obviously what you should do in this situation. And guess what she says? She says, no, father, have pity on him, etc., etc. How can you have pity on someone when they just tried to rape you? How does that make any sense? And then he says, no, you foolish wench, you you young woman who lacks judgment, in other words, I'm going to punish him because he deserves it. And he needs to learn right from wrong since he's a deformed monster who doesn't know what right from wrong is, and all he knows how to do is swear and be evil. I mean,
I mean,
I don't even think they know what their argument is. I mean, completely
I'm,
honest.
I'm a little bit here, and then I'll get your response, Giancarlo. I don't mean to, cut in as much as I do, but I mean, and it makes sense. We gotta appreciate Miranda for seeing the good in everyone. She wanted Prospero to, chill out, don't
Absolutely,
have
absolutely.
pity on him, and that is truly something that's beautiful. But like Jesus Christ, I mean, although you want to be honorable and you want to be nice and you want to like love each other, you always have to have justice, and so justice must be served. And so thus she was a foolish wretch at that time because she indeed wanted to, just let him off the hook, which you can't do. And so I couldn't never agree more with you, Peter, right there. So I just want to get to your response, Giancarlo. I have another question coming up pretty soon. Would you like to fill in?
No, I would just like to echo the sentiments of Mr. Zhepnevsky. This is not misogynistic at all. It doesn't matter whether if his daughter was a man, it would be the same. It would be the same thing because he's just calling her foolish. She's not acting within reason, and this is not a misogynistic thing at all. Prospero is one of the foremost defenders of women actually for doing this because he does not tolerate rape. He is what you would call in the modern day a 99 overall in respecting women.
That is 100% perfect and well said. Now, I'm going to jump on. We're going to talk about both teams that have, had interjected against us, which is absolutely absurd. So we're going to go to Team Ramsey. Now, a lot of their content that they have been pushing is that we should vote for Team Ramsey because their candidate is a good father, for one, right? And he's a good person overall. Now, I just want to get your thoughts on that, considering that it's a little bit their argument's a little bit shaky with the actual, evidence in the book. Please, Peter, go, then Giancarlo.
No, absolutely. I mean, they call him a good father. You can't be a good father when one, your own children hate you because of your personality towards them. okay, he held a 10-year grudge against a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old, because he wouldn't let him go to the lighthouse. And he only made up with him after his mother died. And that was the only true parent in the family who was holding the family together. Mr. Ramsey was separating the family. Mrs. Ramsey brought the family together. So for you to call him a family man is disgusting and disgraceful. If that was your father, you would absolutely not, and I mean absolutely not, be calling him a family man. He would be disgraceful to your family, and you would hate to have him as a father. That's all I have to say.
I agree with that. And also, you could even look at it at the end of the book. It's not so much that Mr. Ramsey even changes. It's more so that James Ramsey comes to accept his father for the horrible man he is and learns to just deal with him. That doesn't mean his father has changed at all. Even Cam Ramsey still hates her father. Why? He's never been a family man. He's never really cared about any of his kids. So there's a clear contrast between Mr. Ramsey, the husband who doesn't care about his kids, who doesn't love them, and is extremely disrespectful towards them, or you have Prospero, who fights for his family, saves them from people trying to rape his daughter. I mean, how much better can you get as a father?
I don't think you can get much better than that, Giancarlo. Thank you for your response. Moving on, currently there has been, a backlash, a little backlash between the YouTube channels, videos going up and down. So just wanted, one posted by Team Victor in particular claims that their candidate is schizophrenic or with mental illness. So before I ask the question, I just want a little backstory. Their points that they tried to portray is vote for Victor because he's a good person and candidate because he has a mental illness. Now, first of all, I don't see a lot of evidence in the book for that, and I'm just a little confused as to why. Let me get your responses on that. Peter?
I mean, this is the video's a joke, honestly. I don't know how can you have the confidence to post that video? Their main argument of the video is that he's schizophrenic. Now, can I get a page number on that? Can you point me in the book where it says where Mary Shelley, the beloved author of the book, says, quote, Victor Frankenstein has schizophrenia. Tell me where it says that, or where she implies that. Nowhere. You know what they did? They came to a conclusion. By using no textual evidence, they said, based off of his actions, he has schizophrenia. I mean, it's a joke of an argument. They use no proof, no nothing, no textual evidence. I mean, it's a joke of an argument. It's a joke of a video. It's a joke of a campaign, in all honesty. I'm sorry, Mr. Powell, kind of being a little mean over here, but I mean, I've got to be completely honest. How can you post that as your advertising that you should vote for him because he has schizophrenia and he can't be held accountable for anything that he's done? That's all I have to say, Giancarlo. I mean,
All right. I'm sorry to cut you off, Giancarlo. I do want to hear your response. I just want to let you know that we're going to hear from Giancarlo, and we're going to cut it a little bit soon. It's getting late outside. I hear the birds chirping for tomorrow. But Giancarlo, your response.
Yeah, so I'd just like to end it off. There still has been no evidence accounted towards this, so you can't just call him schizophrenic. That's a direct assault on their character, actually calling him insane. Also, if he is truly insane, let's just say hypothetically, then he would not be held accountable for any of the good actions he has done either. So therefore, there's nothing good supporting Victor Frankenstein whatsoever. He's just at a zero. And to vote for a character like this over such a noble character like Prospero, who actually does something, and he is completely 100% sane, it's just that's what's truly insane, in my opinion.
I could not have worded it any better than that, Giancarlo. Now, we're going to cut it a little short, and so I just want to remind you, fellow viewers out there, that today's podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, one of the biggest mobile RPG games of 2019, and it's totally free. Currently, almost 10 million users have joined Raid Shadow Legends over the last 6 months, and it's one of the most impressive games in its class, with detailed models, environments, and smooth 60 frames per second animations. I hope to see you out there on the playing fields with me. Now, thank you for joining us tonight, and this was your Prosperous